Hospitals are restricting treatment, closing wards, and running out of money for treatment. This is the situation of medical institutions in Rzeszów, Lubaczów, Warsaw, Krotoszyn, and Żywiec, among others. Instead of solving the problem, Minister Leszczyna is fighting with hospital directors.
Co robi szpital w Żywcu?
What does the hospital in Żywiec do? It performs heart operations for which it has no contracts at all. It takes patients from other districts and performs ablations or implants pacemakers for them. These are very expensive procedures, and they have no contract for these procedures.
Chciałam zaapelować do pani minister zdrowia Izabeli Leszczyny.
I would like to appeal to Minister Leszczyna not to mislead the public. I would like to refute the information recently given to the media regarding the Żywiec Hospital. The Żywiec Hospital has a contract with the National Health Fund for the cardiology department, including the performance of procedures, ablations, and implantation of pacemakers. I have this contract in front of me, and I also have the catalog of services as an attachment, where the procedures that the hospital can perform are directly written. Problems in the healthcare system are piling up, even though they were supposed to disappear after the new government took power.
Te problemy znikną.
These problems will disappear as if by magic. So far, money for healthcare is disappearing and patients are suffering. When hospitals and maternity wards are closed, how can people travel 100 kilometers? There will be longer queues because, in my opinion, healthcare is not being managed professionally. The Supreme Medical Council has appealed to the government for extra money for the National Health Service because of the dramatic situation in hospitals. The Presidium of the Supreme Medical Council appeals to the Minister of Health to ensure that, in 2024, hospitals will be provided with funding for health services provided over and above the lump sum, i.e., life-saving and hospital services resulting from urgent medical indications. The opposition asks, where is the funding for healthcare? How much money is missing from the coffers of the National Health Service? 5 million patients with simple referrals are waiting in clinics today, and the minister is not here today. Could the Minister of Finance tell us where the money is? Where are the funds for healthcare? They spent billions on TVP. In December, we had 14 billion zlotys left over. Today, they claim that the coffers are empty.
Brakuje nam do tego, żeby zapłacić.
We are short of funds to pay for overperformances this year by about 5 billion zloty. Unfortunately, this amount may be higher. Hospitals in 11 provinces are waiting for money from the National Health Service for so-called overperformances. In this situation, some get more preferential treatment than others. The hospital in Częstochowa, the so-called Parkitka Hospital. From this hospital comes the Vice President of the National Health Service and the Director of the Office of Minister Leszczyna. And this is the only hospital in Silesia, of the large ones, that offer this endoprosthesis, that has received additional money for so-called overperformances. And it was supposed to be so nice. The doctors themselves should call the patients and ask about their health. Each of you will have a responsible doctor, in whose interest it will be to call you and check that you are healthy, and not that you call him and tell him that you are sick. He will be the one to call and order preventive tests for you. He will refer you to a specialist. Unfortunately, Speaker Hołownia's utopian vision has not come to pass. So far, hospitals are calling to cancel planned treatments. What is the reason for the collapse of healthcare? The problem is that Mr. Donald Tusk, as he always does when he is Prime Minister, is skimping on money for healthcare. It is hospitals' job to treat patients, and the government's job not to make it harder for them to do so. The Polish National Health Fund's financial problems affect the availability of services for patients. It seems that those in power have forgotten that, when it comes to the lives and health of Poles, you must not save money.